A Beginner's Guide to the Night Sky, a modern, gentle interpretation of Camille Flammarion's 1903 work, Astronomy for Amateurs. Chapter 1. Thinking about the Sky. The sun slips under the horizon like a coin into water, and the sea borrows its colors, gold turning to rose, rose to ember, ember to a cool, lucid blue. Waves break and scatter silver foam, then hush against the darkening shore. There's always a small ache in that moment when the light goes. We watch the day we just lived pass. The hours we lived earlier, bright and busy, suddenly feel so far away. Twilight loosens its grip and the night unfurls. Look up! A crescent moon hangs in the sky like a paper boat, scattering a path of silver across the water. A little higher, one star stands stubbornly bright. Venus, the shepherd star, the old companion of sunset. She too will slide west soon, but for now, she is the brightest thing in the heavens. One by one, the others answer. First Vega, a cold white spark. Arcturus, warm like an ember. The 7 stars of the Great Bear rise higher. One after another, they open, as if shutters are lifted on 1,000 windows. A whole city of lights wakes above us, and the infinite sky suddenly feels alive. This is where the real show begins, not during the noise of the day, but during the quiet inheritance of night. Every time you look up, you are part of an audience stretching back thousands of years. Stars as witnesses of history. The stars that look back at us tonight watched pyramids grow under desert suns. They glowed on caravans crawling across the Silk Road. They saw Homer whisper lines that became the Iliad. They burned silently while Rome expanded and crumbled, while ships launched across unknown oceans, while cathedrals rose and revolutions sparked. They looked down on Galileo sketching a telescope, and on Shakespeare scratching sonnets by candlelight. They looked on our grandparents, and tonight they look on at us, scrolling in the dark, headphones in, listening for comfort in a universe that feels too wide. The stars never hurry. They don't need to. Their clocks tick in millennia, not minutes. If the silence feels big, that's all right. Your thoughts have wings. Let them land on a star the way a moth rests on a flower. Stay as long as you like. Move only when you're ready. In that quiet, every star can be a friend, the kind that doesn't interrupt, the kind that glows while you remember how to breathe. Night as companion. It's easy to think of night as absence. The sun gone, the warmth dimmed, the world empty. But look again. Night is full, not empty. Night is a caretaker. It cools the ground after the long heat. It closes the eyes of flowers. It gives animals and people alike the courage to rest. It opens the curtain on the true stage, the stars we never see when daylight blinds us. Night has always been medicine. The ancients prayed beneath it. Travelers navigated by it. Poets found metaphors in its silence. And even now, in a world of city glow and light pollution, night still has the power to quiet us if we let it. Put down your phone for just a moment. Step outside. Notice how the constellations don't demand for your attention. They only shine, patient as ever, waiting for you to remember you belong here too. For the restless, night says, rest. For the lonely, night says, look up, you are not alone. For the hurried, night says, slow down, eternity isn't going anywhere. Astronomy without intimidation. The beauty of the sky doesn't require math. You don't need a blackboard or equations to feel wonder. If you open your eyes to what's really there, you'll find reality is stranger and more beautiful than dreams. How many of us actually look up? Really look? You're doing it now. Start simple. Notice that we have day and night. That's because the earth turns. Think of us on a merry-go-round. The sun lights one half while the other rests in its own shadow. Every 24 hours, we trade places. Noon for you is midnight for someone else. And still, the sun is always shining somewhere. Perhaps just not here, not now. But that's all day and night really are, our turn on the ride. The earth doesn't stand on anything. It doesn't rest on pillars or strings. It's just there, floating in space, held steady by a perfect balance of forces. Gravity pulls us toward the sun, but our motion keeps us from falling inwards. We're always moving, always in orbit. Our solar system is a family. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And if you're nostalgic like me, Pluto. Each its own sibling, circling the same bright star. Imagine them as balloons tied invisibly, drifting in a dark room. Our sun is a lantern at the center, and each balloon knows its orbit, its rhythm, its dance. The infinite universe. Here's the dizzying part. Every star you see in the sky is a sun somewhere out there, each with its own family of worlds, invisible from here, but real all the same. The distances are so immense between stars that space looks crowded with lights when in fact the stars are unimaginably far apart. Yet, in photographs through a telescope, stars appear like grains of sand pressed close. Infinity tricks our eyes. And even our own galaxy, the Milky Way, is not alone. It's just one spiral among billions. To ride to the edge of our galaxy and step out would only reveal more galaxies, more spirals, more universes within the universe. It is endless in a way the human brain cannot perceive, but the human heart can still feel. This is the vertigo of existence. We are a speck on a speck in a sea without shore. But that doesn't make us meaningless. It makes us miraculous. Against all odds, life happened here. Thought happened here. You happened here. Life beyond Earth. Life? We don't know, not yet. But the universe seems fond of turning stars into elements, elements into chemistry, and chemistry makes complexity, and complexity turns into something more. It would be a strange kind of garden if seeds were only planted in one patch of soil. If we exist, perhaps others do too. Perhaps on some far world circling another sun, beings look up and wonder the same questions. Are we alone? Does someone else feel this awe? And if not, the thought comforts. We are part of something vast, something that repeats itself in endless variations. Our Earth is not the exception, it is the example. Let that lift you, not away from life, but deeper into it. Invitation to wonder. So, what do we do with this? We look up, that's all. We notice. We let the great book of the sky write its quiet pictures into our minds. We allow ourselves to be small and infinite and beautiful all at once. Night is not absence, it is a gift. It gives us back the stars, gives us rest, gives us belonging. Night pulls us out of the noise of the day and sets us gently into the company of eternity. So rest here. Let stars be a reminder and reassurance. They whisper, you are part of this. You are not forgotten. You are carried with the earth through the dark sea, safe in the balance of forces, one citizen amongst countless worlds. So tonight, let your thoughts rest on a star the way a moth rests on a lamp. Let yourself drift without destination. Let the constellations keep the perimeter. You are not late. You are not behind. You are exactly where you belong. Under the stars, eyes open, heart quiet, learning how to be small, beautiful, and infinite at the same time.